Hi everybody, how are you doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Today I have a little bit of a different video. I'm going to try out dollar store makeup and see if it's any good. And I'm already holding a sponge. And why do I have all this dollar store makeup? Well, we did a charity stream over on twitch.tv/The Silence Noise for a charity for Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, by the way. And now I have all this makeup that I didn't really use because we didn't have enough time, and I want to kind of try it out. So yeah, if you're interested in that, stay tuned because we have basically just makeup for $1. So we're starting off with this sponge that was not from the dollar store, but I got this from Daiso, which is a Japanese store, and it is $1.50, so I thought it kind of matches. And then we have this beautiful foundation. I've been looking up quite a bit about if these are FDA approved or if FDA warns about dollar store makeup. So this is the New Color Moisturizing Foundation. I got this in the wrong shade, light one, not my shade. I got this for Silence, so it's not my shade, but we're just gonna use it anyways. So basically, I read about FDA warning about using dollar store makeup in 2019. Apparently there was expired makeup or makeup that is, oh, this is way too light for me. Hopefully we can make this work anyways. So it seems like it's light to medium coverage because it's basically just kind of disappearing. I don't know if that's the sponge's fault or the makeup's fault. And I'm also gonna use my regular brushes because I bought a brush at the dollar store and it was kind of horrible and not workable. So one thing, if you are on a budget, you should definitely invest in some brushes. I'm not saying like you have to buy like very expensive, super expensive brushes, but at least decent brushes. And there are decent brushes for very little money, especially if you get brushes on sale, so look out for that. By the way, I moisturized and cleaned my face before this, obviously not in that order, and yeah. How is it looking? How are we looking? By the way, I'm using a mirror by the dollar store because this is their powder and I'm gonna use that in a bit too. I feel like I'll need a little bit more coverage, although in the camera it looks like it's covering pretty well, which in real life it's covering meh, so. And I have these red, do you see these indents from wearing my glasses? So we gotta kind of get rid of that a little bit. Although if you're going out with your glasses, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get makeup all over your glasses anyways. So we are putting foundation underneath our eyes because I didn't find any concealer. I did find a color corrector, which is pink, and that is kind of my color to correct my dark under circles. It is by LA Colors and it is called a face primer, but it is a color correcting face primer. And this one is in cool pink. So I thought this might be interesting for my dark under eye circles. But we'll see. We don't really have a concealer, but I have an eye primer, so we're gonna see if that works. Let's first put the pink down. Okay, that did not help at all, but we're gonna continue. And I still have a lot, so maybe with the fingers to kind of the color stays a little better. Let's see. It is very dewy, I might say. The whole foundation is very dewy and glowy. It is light to medium coverage and it doesn't feel like much on the skin, which is nice. So now we're going to this Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Cream Liquid Eyeshadow, basically a primer, and it is by Wet n Wild. So the problem that FDA was talking about, or the articles that I saw about the problems of using dollar store makeup, is, we're gonna try this underneath our eyes, is this is also not the right color. I didn't find anything lighter, by the way. If you are on a budget and you want to use dollar store makeup, make sure to see if the makeup reacts well with your skin and if it actually works well. Obviously, high-priced makeup is not always better than low-priced makeup. We have very good drugstore makeup nowadays, especially in this day and age. I know 10 years ago that was not the case. So, because we don't have any blush, I did not find any blush. I did find a lipstick though that we're gonna use on our lips later too, but I want to use it as a cream blush, which is a common hack, so to speak. So let's see how this works and how this blends out and if this works well or not. Doesn't blend out too bad. I would expect good blendability from a cream lipstick. I also like to put blush on the bridge of my nose because I have a long face. I did blend it a little bit too far down here, but I think that looks okay. That looks okay. Yeah. Next up, we have the powder. It is by LA Colors, and it is just a normal powder. And I want to see how this powder holds up. I'm gonna use, like I said, my normal brushes, and I'm gonna just pat underneath my eyes to set in that non-existing concealer. And then I'm going in with a fluffier, bigger brush to just dust all of my face and set that foundation in. So now I look washed out and as if I have absolutely no color on my face, and my face is just a blank canvas. So what we are going to do is get some bronzer. This bronzer though seems to be a shiny bronzer, which, you know, whatever your preferences are, you can like shiny bronzer or not, but it is pretty shiny. And this is by LA Colors, and it's just called Bronzer in Bronze Beauty. There's no contour palette or anything of the sorts available, so this is what you have to use. And obviously what you can always do is combine dollar store makeup products with other makeup products that you already have, especially if it's something that you find reasonable in terms of quality for the price, which is $1. The bronzer is quite shimmery and quite powdery. It did give me a little bit of a cakey look on the cheeks. You can't really see that on the camera, but it is there, I'm telling you. It is giving me a little bit of a texture, probably because it is a little shimmery. Next, I'm going to use a smaller brush to contour below my nose and on the bridge of my nose. Oh, this is very, very shimmery, especially now you can see it, that it is so shimmery. You can't really see it on the camera. I mean, you can kind of right there. Do you see how shimmery it is? But it is what we have to deal with and what we have to work with as of now for this little mini challenge. And underneath my lips to make them look fuller. I feel like going in with this powder again because on my nose it is a little, on the bridge at least, a little shiny, but it's okay. It's okay. We can get there. Will we get the glass effect on our skin with dollar store makeup? So now that we have the base done, we can do our eyebrows and our eyes and then our lips. I'm going to warn you about this makeup in general, especially the powder products are very, very powdery. I'm wearing black and everything is full of powder. So the brow pencil that we have is another LA Colors dark brown brow pencil. I am guessing this is way too dark for me, but again, I got these colors for Silence, who has a darker hair color and a lighter skin complexion. You know what I like very, very natural looking brows. I don't like the boxy brows, which are not on trend anymore anyways, but I prefer very natural looking brows. So I just basically fill my brows in. Although they are not really twins, I don't know if they're actually even sisters by the way that how different they are from each other. One thing that I never understood is when beauty gurus do brows off camera. I can understand when you do eyeliner off camera because you need all of your attention for that, but eyebrows I never understood. Which is probably me not being the best at doing my eyebrows is probably why I don't understand it, because I suck at it. Basically, I just fill them in. Now I'm going to brush through them a little bit with the little brush on the lid. And there we go. Before we go to my eyes, I want to try out this highlighter. It's also by LA Colors, and it has a very frosty look. Very powdery. You can't see it kind of. Let's see. I picked up some brushes at the dollar store for eyes. They are by Wet n Wild and they're not half bad. So for those types of brushes, I would recommend it. I would say that you can see the highlighter on the face. It is very powdery. So we're going to blot that down with our sponge, and basically that makes it almost disappear completely, which is great. So for eyeshadow, I have this little itty bitty LA Colors palette that lost one of the colors. Let me just get that in quick again. Looks like this. And I also have this eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow that looks like a foil, but we'll see how well that works. So we don't really have great colors to create a transition, and they all seem to be shimmery, so we'll see how that works out for us. So I'm gonna go in with this color right here, just kind of like a coppery shade, and see how that works in my crease. Not too bad. Let's continue with a smaller brush and get in that brown. That needs a little bit of better blending with a better brush. Let's see. Let's put a color on our lid. I would say either this or this color, but I would probably put this color / this color in the inner corner of my eye. So I'm gonna put all of this over my lid with my finger. And then we are going to darken our outer corner of the eye again. The layering of these colors on top of each other is not ideal, but it is kind of workable. And like I said, you can always combine your makeup with other brands and other classes of quality. Now let's get this color in the corner, in the inner corner of our eyes to create a highlight. Looks okay, I would say. Now let's line the bottom of our lashes with this brush that I also got from Wet n Wild at the dollar store. So let's go in with the brown. I do not quite recommend this brush because this brush is a little, this brush, I can't talk. This brush is quite rough. So maybe as a packing brush, oh, there goes my, there goes my little pan again. And be warned, with all of these products, these powdered products, you will have so much fallout that you will ruin your outfit, especially if you are wearing black or white. So now I want to try this foil. It is by LA Colors again, and it is just eyeshadow. Let's see what it looks like. It is a very sheer foil. Let's see how it combines and lays on top of the shadows. That doesn't do a lot. Blending it out blends it kind of into nothingness. So what I would do is probably just lay it out and let it dry. So while we're letting that dry, and we will blend the edges a little after, we are going to move on to lips for now. So I got this gel lip liner. It's by Wet n Wild, and it's in this peachy pinky color. I do have lip balm on because my lips are dry. I would say this lip liner is a little bit too slippery for my taste, which makes me wonder if it actually stays for a while. But it is not too dry, which I do enjoy. Let's try this LA Colors lipstick, which we did our cheeks with. What I always like to do so I don't risk having lipstick on my teeth is doing this. And you have all the lipstick on your finger. The formula is quite creamy. It's quite nice. It might also be because it's hot as hell right now. So now the foil is actually dried down pretty nicely. It does transfer quite a bit though, and you cannot blend it further. So now that we are a pink mess, because apparently all I got was pink stuff, I want to go back in and lose my eyeshadow and put a little bit more brown in the corner of my eye because all of this pink is really bothering me. The shadow does not lay very well on the liquid eyeshadow, but that was to be expected. And now we're going over to liquid eyeliner. We have a liquid eyeliner by LA Colors, and this is the Tracer Lick. And this is an itty bitty brush, which I appreciate. And let's see how it works. I will say that this liner is very precise. You have to go into the pot quite a bit to get new product on, and you have to dip in quite a few times. It is nice and precise, like I said. It doesn't bleed. It shows up nicely over the shadow slash the liquid eyeshadow. Now we're going over to some mascara. This is the Volume Lash by LA Colors. This mascara did absolutely nothing. If you're looking for cheap and good mascaras, there are amazing mascaras from Essence, and they are not much more expensive. Then we have this LA Colors Auto Eyeliner in black. Now we have LA Colors lashes for $1, and I got 2 of these little lash glues also from LA Colors for also $1. The lashes were okay to apply. I did use the glue on my lash line directly because that's how I prefer to put down lashes, and I feel like that's the easier way. They aren't the most amazing looking. They are okay. Now the last thing to do is get a little bit of setting spray in, and this is the final look. I do feel like I messed up my eyeliner quite a lot, probably because I was doing it on camera and not in front of a real big mirror, but I think it came out quite okay. It does look like I have a lot of makeup on my face, especially the eyes In natural light, this does look a bit cakey, and I blame that on the shiny bronzer and also on the eyeshadows that make it a little bit messy and very difficult to blend. You can work with it, but I would not recommend those two. And that is it for today. I know it's a little bit of a different video, but if you want more videos like these, or you want stage makeup tips, or tips for makeup in general, or tips for makeup that stays on stage or for streams, please let me know down below in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do upload quite often, and I do want to upload more frequently now. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on all social media. It's sarahjazz_ or just sarahjazz. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. Bye.